I made homemade food for everyone except my brother's stepdaughter. Every Sunday, my whole family comes to my house for dinner. I spend hours making everything from scratch. Homemade pasta, fresh bread, my grandmother's meatball recipe that takes all day. Everyone gets the full treatment. My brother Tyler gets extra garlic bread because he loves it. My sister-in-law gets her favorite lemon cake. My nephews get special dinosaur-shaped cookies. But Tyler's stepdaughter Emma, she always got a frozen dinner, heated up in the microwave while everyone else ate my cooking. I told myself it was because she was picky. She'd barely touch anything I made anyway. Why waste good ingredients on someone who wouldn't appreciate them? Tyler never said anything about it, but I could see him watching when I'd pull that plastic tray out of the freezer. His jaw would get tight, but he'd stay quiet. Emma would sit at our big family table with her sad little compartment meal while we passed around homemade everything. She never complained, just ate her rubbery chicken and processed vegetables without saying a word. This went on for 2 years. 2 years of family dinners where one kid got treated differently than everyone else. Last month, I was at the grocery store when I ran into Emma's teacher, Mrs. Peterson. We started chatting about back-to-school stuff when she said something that stopped me cold. Emma's doing so much better since you started packing those special lunches for her. The other teachers always comment on how thoughtful her family is about her allergies. My stomach dropped. What allergies? Mrs. Peterson looked confused. The severe food allergies. Dairy, eggs, most preservatives. Emma told us her stepmom makes special allergy-free meals just for her because regular food makes her really sick. I felt like I was going to throw up right there in the cereal aisle. Emma wasn't being picky. She was allergic to almost everything I'd been making for Sunday dinner. The pasta sauce with Parmesan cheese, the bread made with butter and eggs, the meatballs with breadcrumbs and milk. Even my lemon cake was loaded with dairy. She couldn't eat any of it without getting sick. Those frozen dinners weren't me being lazy or mean. They were literally the only safe food she could have at our house, and I'd been treating her like she was spoiled and difficult. I drove straight to Tyler's house after shopping, found him in the garage working on his motorcycle. Tyler, why didn't you tell me Emma has food allergies? He stopped what he was doing and just stared at me for a long time. I figured you knew. Emma told me she explained it to you the first time she came over when you asked what she wanted to eat. I thought back to that day 3 years ago, a quiet 8-year-old trying to tell me something about food while I was rushing around the kitchen, not really listening. She said something, but I thought she was just being difficult about vegetables or something. Tyler put down his wrench. Emma spent her first 5 years bouncing between foster homes where nobody cared about her allergies. She ended up in the hospital twice from eating things that made her sick. When she tried to tell you about her dietary restrictions and you seemed frustrated, she just stopped talking. She figured it was easier to eat whatever you gave her and deal with being sick later. I was crying by this point. She's been getting sick every Sunday for 2 years. No, I started bringing those frozen meals because they're the only brand that's completely safe for her. She actually looks forward to Sunday dinners now because she knows she won't end up with stomach cramps or hives. I felt like the worst person in the world. Tyler, I'm so sorry. I thought I was doing her a favor by not forcing her to eat food she didn't want. Emma's used to adults not understanding her needs. She never expected you to accommodate her allergies. But she did notice that everyone else got homemade food while she got something different. That Sunday, I spent the entire week researching allergy-free recipes. I made dairy-free pasta with olive oil and herbs, egg-free bread, meatballs with special breadcrumbs that were safe for her. When Emma walked into my kitchen and saw a plate of homemade food sitting at her spot, she just stared at it. Is this really for me? Every bit of it made special just for you. She took one bite and started crying. Happy tears. This is the first time anyone's ever made me real food that I could actually eat. Now Emma gets the most elaborate meals of anyone. Last week, I made her personal mini pizzas with dairy-free cheese. This week, it's her favorite chicken and rice casserole. She's not picky, she's careful.